Breaking news, folks, Arionne Curry has officially woken up and chosen premium-grade Huntsville chaos. Because the post she dropped last night was so shady, it practically came with SPF 100. And tell me why. WHY. Every time the city finally starts healing from its last dose of Martell-made mess, Arionne slides into the internet at 2 a.m. like a digital ninja, ready to activate another episode of Who Is This Really About? Fans are already calling it a Category 5 shade storm, the kind that knocks out power, friendships, and maybe even a few fragile male egos. Internet detectives armed with iced coffee, zero chill, and degrees from Google University have dissected every pixel and declared the post a highly suspicious, subliminally loaded, emotionally chaotic communication allegedly aimed straight at Martell Holt and Latisha Scott. Martell reportedly stared at the post like a confused Bluetooth device trying to connect, while Latisha's fanbase has allegedly formed a virtual prayer circle mixed with mild threats. And the best part? Arionne didn't say a name, a word, or a syllable, just vibes attitude. And the kind of energy that screams, if the shoe fits, start running. Buckle up, because this isn't drama. This is the sequel nobody asked for, but everyone's watching. If you thought Huntsville had finally caught a break from reality TV chaos, think again, because Arionne Curry has apparently decided that peace is overrated and won. Instagram post later, the city is spiraling into full-blown commentary frenzy. And it all started with what looked like a simple birthday post. Completely innocent to the casual observer, but to the trained eye of internet detectives, it was a masterclass in subtle provocation. A cryptic puzzle that seemed aimed straight at Martell Holt and Latisha Scott without ever mentioning a name. Just the way only Arionne can, sending fans into a whirlwind of speculation, theory crafting, and digital pitchfork sharpening. And suddenly, every comment section became a war zone. Screenshots were being shared like classified documents, and private fan groups were holding emergency Zoom meetings to decode the hidden meaning. All while Martell allegedly stared blankly at his phone like it might explain why his life suddenly felt like a suspense thriller where he is both the villain and the confused victim. And meanwhile, Latisha's loyal followers went into overdrive, posting affirmations of love, clips from family events, and subtle side-eye memes meant to counter any perceived shade. And the city's gossip circuits lit up faster than a wildfire, fueled by a mixture of schadenfreude, fascination, and the simple desire to witness chaos because, let's face it, Huntsville loves a good dramatic cycle where no lesson is learned and no one emerges unscathed. The history behind this moment is a tangled web of past scandals, heated exchanges, and social media showdowns that could fill multiple seasons of any reality franchise. Yet Arionne seems to thrive in these moments, navigating each controversy with a mix of charm, cunning, and a willingness to push boundaries that others fear to even approach. And while Melody, Sherry quietly built her empire, growing into her power, focusing on business and artistry. Arionne's strategy has always been different, opting for visibility over subtlety, confrontation over silence, and a digital footprint that refuses to be ignored, which means every post, story, or emoji she shares becomes a public statement, dissected by thousands with nothing better to do. And while some viewers praise her audacity, others are quick to call it self-sabotage, a repeated pattern that cycles back on itself, creating a narrative in which Arionne is both protagonist and antagonist of her own story, unable to escape the gravitational pull of past mistakes, yet unwilling to surrender the stage she believes she deserves. And the stakes are amplified because this is not just about social media drama. It's about reputation, legacy, and the unspoken rules of Huntsville's social circles, where loyalty, betrayal, and perception collide. And even those who try to remain neutral find themselves caught in the whirlwind, forced to pick sides or risk irrelevance, and every action has ripple effects, causing commentary threads, fan debates, and private messages to explode as though each notification carries the weight of the entire saga. And through it all, Arionne continues to maneuver with her signature combination of audacity and calculated risk, maintaining control over the narrative in ways that leave both allies and critics questioning her intentions while secretly watching. And this unfolding situation is a perfect storm of suspense, curiosity, and entertainment because it proves that in Huntsville, nothing is ever truly resolved. History repeats itself in dramatic cycles, and one carefully timed post can reignite passions, rivalries, and fan theories to levels that make the entire city feel like it is watching a live social experiment in chaos, power, and influence. As the digital storm raged on, fans continued to dissect every detail of Arionne Curry's post, each like, comment, and share becoming a piece of evidence in a social media courtroom where everyone was both judge and jury. And rumors spread faster than wildfire, with theories ranging from subliminal jabs at Martell Holt to secret messages aimed at Latisha Scott. And everywhere you looked, screenshots of conversations, embellished captions, and speculative commentary were circulating like viral memes, igniting debates about loyalty, reputation, and who was really in control of the narrative. And while Arionne sat back, presumably watching the chaos unfold with a mix of satisfaction and strategic calculation, Martell reportedly maintained his silence, leaving the internet to fill in the blanks, his absence only fueling speculation that he was either too clever to respond or too trapped by his past decisions to do anything at all. And meanwhile, Latisha seemed to respond indirectly through her social media presence. Posting curated images of family celebrations and declarations of love for her partner, each one analyzed frame by fans determined to read between the lines and interpret subtle signals as evidence of ongoing conflict. And the drama reached a fever pitch as anonymous sources supposedly close to the situation leaked exaggerated stories of behind-the-scenes conversations, lavish spending sprees, and alleged power plays that may or may not have happened, but were perfect for fueling the narrative of a city obsessed with scandal. And as the story unfolded, commentators speculated about potential consequences, imagining everything from public confrontations to legal probes and reality show shakeups. Each theory more outrageous than the last, but every one gaining traction because the public could not look away from the spectacle. And the tension was compounded by the fact that Arionne's actions seemed to expose vulnerabilities not just in Martell and Latisha, but in the entire ecosystem of Huntsville's social circles, revealing alliances, rivalries, and the delicate balance of influence that kept the drama contained until someone decided to push the boundaries. And fans continued to share opinions, memes, and hypothetical analyses, creating a feedback loop where every reaction spawned more content, more discussion, and more fuel for the fire. And it became increasingly clear that this was not just about a post. It was about control, perception, and who would ultimately dictate the story. And Arionne's pattern of stirring controversy while maintaining just enough ambiguity to avoid direct confrontation left viewers both frustrated and fascinated, forcing them to constantly question her intentions and predict her next move. And the stakes seemed to rise with every passing hour as the social media chaos began to spill into offline conversations, private gatherings, and even professional settings, with people speculating about career implications, social consequences, and the shifting dynamics of public favor. And through all of this, one undeniable truth emerged, that in Huntsville, no one truly escapes the past. Every action is magnified, and a single post can create ripples powerful enough to impact reputations, relationships, and public perception for weeks, months, or even years. And as the fans, critics, and casual observers continued to monitor, comment, and theorize, it became increasingly evident that Arionne had not only succeeded in reigniting the drama, but it also reminded everyone watching that in the world of reality, influence, and social media, the story is never over, and the lines between entertainment, spectacle, and personal vendetta are permanently blurred. So now that you've seen the chaos unfold and witnessed the digital war zone that Arionne Curry has allegedly ignited, the real question becomes, what do you think is going to happen next? Will Martell finally break his silence? Will Latisha respond in a way that shocks everyone? Or is Arionne already planning her next move behind the scenes? And as viewers, we are left to speculate, analyze, and debate endlessly because the internet thrives on drama. On those moments where nothing is clear, but everything is entertaining. And here's the part where you get to be part of the story. Your opinions, your takes, your hot takes could spark the next viral debate. Because in Huntsville, every reaction matters. Every comment counts, and every share spreads the chaos further. So tell me in the comments, are you Team Arionne for her audacity? Team Latisha for standing her ground, or are you just sitting back enjoying the spectacle like the rest of us? And while you decide, don't forget to hit that like button if you love breaking scandals. Subscribe for more inside looks at all the latest twists and turns. And ring the notification bell so you never miss the next revelation, because trust me, in a world this dramatic, missing a single post could mean missing the next scandalous move that has everyone talking, laughing, or shaking their heads in disbelief. And remember, this is just the beginning. The story continues to evolve every second. So stay tuned, stay alert, and keep watching, because in Huntsville, the tea is never cold and the drama is never done.